Let's do it. Cash game challenge. Wanted to play tournaments today, but honestly I had way too much to do. And by the time I finished, I was kind of exhausted. Took a long bath, and now we're here. And I definitely could probably play well, but I do not have 8 or 9 hours in me, minimum, to win a tournament. So I'm going to go ahead and play the cash game. And let's see here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 10 and L's. And I thought there would be some 20 and L because we can start playing 20 and L. But there's no 20 and L. So I guess it's 10. Which is fine. It's fine. I wanted to play bigger, but it's fine. It's exciting. But yeah, had a nice little bumper by putting in the work and getting the bonus on the promotion. That's part of building a bankroll. I was able to put in the right number of hours last month and get the right number of hands to get a nice little $112 bonus. So pretty happy. And we can change this over to the status bar. There we go. And there's another table. And there's another table. And we're not going to wait here. Don't mind waiting here. It's only a few hands. First hand, King 9. Guess we can make this smaller. Okay. Okay. That's really loud. Oh shit, you guys are hearing the echo. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's fine. You guys were hearing the audio. Sorry about that. I said not the face card that I want. This is easy squeezy, but I'm going to go ahead and fold anyway. I mean, there's no point. Good sometimes, right? Chop it up. King Jack. What'd the other guy have? Like a 10-9. Okay. Well, shocked. No queen. And we're going to go ahead and bet. I think right around there. Taking it down. Sounds good to me. Okay. Another table. Check, sit, okay. Ooh, right into the big blind. You got it, man. Well, maybe you guys didn't hear the audio because I got it before the delay finished. Nice. It's nice when we elected not to open and flop pretty damn strong. The good part is, typically we look like we have a draw. Typically 7-9. Now, granted, he doesn't usually have much, but might get the embarrassment call. I'm going to bet big, big. And we're going to keep betting big. Did you have an ace? Really? I didn't think you had an ace. You limped what? Ace 5. Oh, he made 2 pair on the turn. That's kind of rough. I guess that heart on the river kind of killed my action. Thanks, though, bro. Go ahead and just bet. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I'm hearing the beeps. I'm gonna go ahead and bet a Ruski. Same player loves to flop. He's really getting tired of my shit, though. I've already done it 3 times. But he just keeps flopping. Good, want to raise that. I'm gonna fold that one. Hey, another table. Not a great flop for my range. That's a good card for me. We're going to go ahead and bet. Do have the gut shot. And the river. Sometimes he has a king. Yeah, whatever. Good to know, good to know. Probably could have won it on the flop, but who knows. Didn't feel like betting it. I'm going to go ahead and check that one. Check, check. Check. Fold, check. Check, fold. Dun, 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 dun. Foldy, foldy. Player limping out of first. Weaker player. Only say that because they're under the $10. When people don't automatically reload, I kind of discount their ability. Pretty good. We're not completely out of the woods, though. I'm going to bet small. He snap calls. I'm going to go a little bigger. He could definitely be having an ace or a flush draw. There's that flush. You got it, bro. There's just no way to call there. Could have been trapping with an ace, good ace, but kind of doubt it. I think this one I could have raised at some point on the flop and probably won it, but player elected to donk. That's fine. Decided to give it up because of the player's call behind. But he folded on the turn. Interesting. Why does that keep happening with the fucking balance thing? I swear I'll never figure it out. Oh, are you just an aggro dude? You might be an aggro dude. Sorry, I gotta fix this. There we go. Yeah, this guy just might be an aggro kind of guy. You should call here with an 8. Jack 10, Queen Jack. Should not bet a jack. Should call a bet. Okay. That's the kind of flop we want. This player leads out. We see a call. It is a limped pot, so we got to be a little bit careful, but I do think we want to raise. King, Queen, Jack 10, 9, 10, Queen, Jack. The re-raise kind of sucks. I think if this player sticks around, we're 100% gone. I mean, it's a limped pot, right? So really, it's just King, Jack, and Queen 10. I doubt very much he's ever doing this on one pair. So I'm going to fold. I think it's better to fold there. And we're going to go ahead and bet. That's fine just to let that go. I could have checked that queen, but I'd rather do that with kings because then extracting some value. But I think queens is just a little bit too vulnerable. We're going to end up getting drawn out on by a king sometimes as well as an ace, or if the ace isn't there. So I think leading out is important because we don't want to be up against like king, queen, or King 10 or King Jack or something like that that then hits a king and then will not fold because we check the flop. Because understand, you check that flop with the ace high on it after raising pre-flop, and then the other player improves, they pay you all the way off. Like I've seen it happen where I've checked that flop with kings, the turn comes off a jack, I bet, the person raises, I call, and then they bet small in the river and I check raise them and they pay it. And it's kind of with like second pair, 10 jack on an ace 4 jack 9 6 board, and my queens or kings are just good, but you have to kind of set that up. And in that scenario, I think it's just, it's just smarter to hang on to the c-bet mentality. Pot, what do you got? See a lot of new players. Is it the time of day? I'll let the 10 go. One position too early. See, I was on this waiting list and I didn't get a chance. Let's go ahead and bet. Right around half pot. Snap call. Well, when they snap call and the straight card comes off, we're going to go ahead and check. Queen 9. Okay. Good to know. I don't think that particular run out I could have gotten him off of anything. Ace 10, 3 hands in a row. That's hilarious. One I 3-bet, one I folded, and this one I called. Okay. Okay. The snap call with second pair. No kicker. That's just unfortunate with the ace-jack. I mean, it's absolutely fine. Pot, what do you got? Yeah, I was on that waiting list. What the fuck happened? Did I miss it? I didn't think I did. I'm gonna move this over here. There's a lot of glare. Check. Yeah, I don't mind that. I'm going to go ahead and bet this one a little bit bigger. Protection, obviously. Could probably check raise here, but I'm going to let it go. I'm very well aware of that player. As a matter of fact, I believe I have notes on that player, but they got wiped out. It's not bad. I'm going to check. I'm going to bet the river here because they're going to have a king a lot. And I want to get paid. Didn't happen. What's going on here? This is one of those ones where he's either got a monster or nothing. That bet is too small. Huh?
So that's what she said.
The limp call out of first is kind of interesting. He checks. He should have a lot of pairs. I'm going to check this one back. I'm going to go ahead and bet the turn. Kind of small. Make it look like I've got the monster. Yep, I think the delayed c-bet was the thing there. Plus, we get to find out if our opponent flopped a set. That's one of those weird middling boards that's like the worst ever for the pre-flop raisers range. It's one of the worst ones ever. But when we check and allow the club to come off and then bet super small, it's like if you don't have that set, you're not going to continue. So he's not going to continue with like a small pair. Again, this raise is not enough. I just did this to this guy, so he may just jam anything. Like, another player limps and you make a small raise. It's not enough, bro. 40's closer, but it should be like 50 or 60. If you want to go, we can go. Yeah. You're opening too wide, sir. And just because you open a lot doesn't mean you get to open small. Check. 60? Really? Okay. Check. Yeah, he's full of crap, but my equity fell through the floor. So, I probably can get him off of something, but I'd have to call there to float the river and then check raise him. And that's probably not going to work, as you can imagine. Player is very involved, though. Kind of interesting. Says, these are my streets, sir. You're not supposed to be involved. Yeah, he's got like 100% VPIP. So that's okay. He's the target. That makes you the target, sir. You left the other table where I was beating you up on. You had the same position. I thought you were going to leave the game, but what's going on? You had the same position on this table and you gave it up. We'll just call that one. Fold here. Check. 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 I mean, I might win with the 6 sometimes. Might win with the 8s over here sometimes. Queens. See, this is the problem. He could have totally bet the river. He could have totally bet the river. Like, that's just... If you have minimum board requirements to make money, you're gambling. You need to figure out how to gain control. There's another table. It's pretty short. Nope. Here's my full table. Alright. We'll stick with this for now. It's pretty good. Dun, 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 dun. Full, full, full. Having fun. Nope. Nope, nope. Okay. I'm going to bet small on the turn. I mean, there's not much smaller to bet. I'm just going to go half pot. You can have it. This player calls. Oh, that's hilarious. There's the king queen. Ace jack. Wow, my man checked it down the whole way and then got his value. Did you actually have a jack? 9-8 for the gut shotted straight. Wow. He should have re-raised the turn. At what point does somebody have a full house there? I'm gonna bet. There's just nothing to get there. Foldy, foldy. Nope. 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 think we'll raise that. You don't limp in the cutoff, sir. You want 3-bet elite? No, you're just gonna give up. That's not bad. I'm gonna bet it like it's an overpair. Just protect my hand. I think we can check this one. It's that worst board again. I got called. I mean, this player can definitely have a set, now a full house, so I'm just going to check. I'm definitely going to call this one. I'm going to check back. Nice play, bro. I totally never saw it coming. And thanks for giving me the draw on the turn there. I mean, we just call this. Check. You gonna make a big bet now? Did you actually? Oh, there's another guy with an 8. Way to go. Like, that's the funny part, too, is that people think that, like, when I bet that pair of 6s there... Is that this table? No. When I bet that pair of 6s on this table, they think that's a bluff. That's not a bluff. That's, like... It's a true value hand, but people, like, undervalue it. It's like, at what point is he supposed to have an 8 there? And it's like, only if he has a set, really. So, it's easy to check. And not give him another nickel. I think we can check that. I was going to bet it, but yeah. I mean, this is a 3-way pot. I'm just going to check. Somebody should have an ace. Alright, I'll just check. King high good? Look at the king high good. Wow. Queen 10, queen tray. Oh, that diamond couldn't come off? Okay. Ace, please. I mean, guy's got 30 cents. Or what was it? Like $1.30 or something. Cost me 80 cents to call, I think. 80 or 90. Oh, this player with his min bets is hilarious. I love it because I'm getting to draw to a shit hand. But somebody's going to raise you, bro. Some people legitimately do not know how to make it bigger than that. That kind of sucks. I mean, I'm not folding. Just show me. It's fine. Now we just raise them every time. Put. What do you got? Go. That's not bad. I might check raise that. 12 outs in a multi-way pot. Player checks. I'm going to check that one back. Fold that one. Leads for pot. Go ahead, bro. This player overbets. Okay, let's gamble. He shouldn't ever be folding, so I'll take my 12 outs twice at a better than 50-50 price. But the overbet is kind of goofy. Yep, there's my heart. Hold. Thank you. I mean, and that's the worst one to do that with. And that's because that's the thing. I could actually have the king 10 very easily there. So, besides, what's the point of betting 2x pot there? Like, is there a point to that? Like, if you bet 2x pot, are you supposed to try to make everybody fold? You have top 2 pair. You don't want to get any value? I don't understand. I really don't. Okay. Interesting technique. I'm going to go ahead and bet. I'm going to go ahead and bet again. A little more showdown value. Could definitely be beat. Okay. Check. Queen on the river. I'm going to bet half pot for value.
I totally forgot you were playing.
He should not have many queens if he's taking this long. I don't know what the problem is, unless he's got a full house trying to figure out if he should raise. If you have a pair of sevens here, you're a wussy if you don't raise. Okay. I mean, he's looking for a reason to call. The player definitely doesn't like me. He can't snipe me. There's still 3 minutes in the delay that he can't get past. If you're thinking this long with a queen, you're just retarded. Okay, I'm going to 3-bet this one. Check. Wow, he folded. I'm shocked. Fold. I think he was trying to figure out a move. But there wasn't really a move to make there. You jam, you win $1.50. I mean, he's under the gun, but this player's fairly active, so I don't mind the 3-bet. I'd rather take the lead away. But definitely don't want to be racing with him out of first position with jacks. I mean, this is just stupid. I'm just going to let it go. This I don't mind. I'm going to bet it like I got it. Let me just take it down. That's one of those ones where we have all the equity and we've just like supplanted the range. I think we go ahead and bet here reasonably. Something like that. Player calls, and ace comes off. I'm going to call that one. He can definitely have a 7 sometimes. I'm going to bet small. And he folds. So this player's leading out. Yeah, I got to give it to him. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, he could have been betting a draw, but then again, 4-5 got there. I know it's unlikely, but he could have 8-9. And if that's the case, he's got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 outs against me. Going to the river. So, and it's going to be impossible for me to tell, and he should be betting again on the river. I mean, I'm just going to call. This player's super short. I'm trying to get this other guy to do something stupid. Now we'll just bet enough to commit him. Cool. Thanks, bro. Thanks for holding those for me. Check. 7s. That's optimistic. It is. In a limped pot where I gave him no reason to think I didn't have a better pair.
It was just the way you said it.
It's kind of what goes off in my head. I'm like, oh, it's optimistic. One of the last sessions I played at South Point before I stopped going out to play live. A guy did that, and this is in a tournament, and it was a big bet, and I'd set it up, and I just absolutely smashed the board, and it was one of those ones where I was over betting to look weak, and I just smashed it all in, and he's sitting there and he's talking out and he's going, why would you do this, why would you do that, why would you do this, and he was like, you're not going to answer, and I just didn't even react. I just sat there like staring at the middle of the table, and he goes, well, I think my pair of jacks will beat you. There's an ace, king, and queen on the board. And I said, that's optimistic. And I called, and I showed him the nut 10 jack. And it was so funny, too, because he was being a jackass the whole time, and he was just, I don't think you got, what is this, fucking Old West? Fuck out of here. Ever heard of a range, old man? It's hilarious. I must have knocked the guy that I'm thinking of, I must have knocked him out of like 8 tournaments at that place in like 35, 40 attempts, something like that. He was just so easy. And he usually would go deep, but eventually we're going to end up on the same table. And, you know, your ABC ain't going to work. Took everything I had not to bust out laughing when he goes, well, I don't think you got it. I think my jacks are good. It took me everything not to go, why would you think that? Explain it to me. That's not bad. I'm just going to call there. Ooh, aces. First aces of the day. I'm just going to check that. Yeah. Free draw. Could definitely bet this and probably take it down, but I've been kind of pounding on this table, so.
You're just playing cash.
Yeah. Check. Oh, this table died. Fold. Hey, look, my 7's good. Shocker. It's a pretty good flop for aces. Check. Raise. Seven on the river is an amazing card. He's either got a fairly huge chunk or he's got absolutely nothing, just a busted draw. So betting half pot might actually get check raised. He's in the blind. He could definitely have a 7. You just had a queen, right? How bad do you want to beat me? What'd you call me with? Queen 10. Not exactly good.
Well, I'm gonna have to leave the house.
No, the horror.
Legit, though.
But babe, there's people out there.
Right.
I saw a T-shirt that was from a Tea Turtle. Had this cute little like dragon on it with a book, and it was like "Go out," or it says "Go out." It's awfully people-y out there.
For real. It's such a battle I have because part of me wants to be where all the people are, and then the other part of me is like, no!
Want to be alone, but not by myself.
Right. I want to be alone with a bunch of people.
Get on the spectrum. I'm alone with a bunch of people.
You don't think I'm alone with a bunch of people?
Everybody and their mother comes up to you. What are you talking about?
Oh, I know. I think that's a large part of the reason why I don't want to go out of the house. Because everyone does come up to me, and I absorb. I don't want to absorb right now. However,
You know the set.
I am
I gotta buy my weed. I gotta leave that fucking house. I gotta get my fucking weed. Hope they got a Starbucks by the place where I get my weed. I know in your head right now, Starbucks might actually be good.
I didn't think that, but now I'm thinking
Now,
that.
it just goes so good with so many kinds of weed. Maybe I'll get some free weed if I shake my lumps.
Oh my stars. The hell? Oh, my phone.
It's just my $100 piece of technology that I always have. Right? Yeah, fuck it, it fell over.
Whatever, it's got a case on it. Bitch.
Bitch.
Excuse me.
Don't mind checking the weak ace here. No. We want to raise.
I need things.
Like a weed.
Like weed and candles. You should see this one. He's like tucked in, spooning my leg.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're not gonna be able to see him.
I can see a piece of him. Choochies, you're doing the long doggy there, Chooch.
I know he looks super long.
Hey, sometimes.
And this one looks so short.
Sometimes
right
I'm a long doggy.
This one looks so short because he's like
It's compressed.
in my leg. It's so funny. And his head tucked under the blanket. I lifted the blanket off his face. He looked at me like, "Bitch, put it back."
Did you see the TikTok of the hamster? That the woman was like, I think I messed with him too much today, and she picks up like a little blanket, and he like grabs the blanket and he pulls it back.
That's funny. That meal I made was so good. It was a little peppery, but I'm liking the aftertaste.
Did it have pepper in it?
Yeah.
That would explain
I
it.
also put a shit ton of pepper in the gravy, and then
Jesus.
I added pepper to the dish. So there's that. And
that's a beautiful river card because it looks like a chop.
Oh, there's cookie dough.
You were ahead at no point. I actually got a couple different kinds. They had a white chocolate macadamia nut.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, thought you'd like that.
I'll give it a whirl. I feel like it's gonna be so sweet.
A whirl. You always say that, but you like the white chocolate macadamia nut shit.
You know what it is? The white chocolate chips sometimes are too sweet for me. And, everybody likes a whole lot of chips in their cookies. I don't really like a whole lot of chips. But I love the cookie and macadamia nut part. It's so good.
You know what I did notice is that they had different levels of chocolate chips there. They had standard.
But even their standard level has a lot of chips. And then there are more chips, and then there are more chips.
Yeah, they had more chips, and then they had "fuck you, diabetic."
Right.
It was like the level was aggressive.
And I'm sitting there going, your regular has so many chips in it already. Who wants more? Do you think they're regular?
Literally everyone else who eats chocolate chip cookies.
Okay, but I've made quite a bit of them lately. Do you want more chocolate chips in the ones we've been having?
Here's the thing. Nothing's lacking of those, but there is no complaint with more chocolate chips.
Oh my god. There would be such a complaint if there was more chocolate chips for me.
He's the only person in history.
I just want a brown sugar cookie.
Fucking cook that. Don't they make that somewhere? Brown sugar cookies?
I've not seen one. That's essentially what a chocolate chip cookie with no chips is. It's just a brown sugar cookie.
Just hearing me say I gotta get my fucking way, and you're dying laughing on the delay. That's pretty funny. This is getting annoying. This player's donking out quite a bit.
I did not remember to take the ibuprofen before I drink all of my liquid.
That's an interesting card. Because this player shouldn't have an ace a lot, so he may bluff the river with a busted flush draw. Good read. I guarantee he's got 2 red cards over here. Yep, king and 8. It's an excellent read. So, oh my God, I got re-raised by a guy with $1.86 on the table. He's got 7-8. He's got outs against my aces. Well, he's got 2 outs now. That's not one of them.
You don't do the green screen anymore?
Well, I can't. This is WSOP.
Oh.
It's got the location thing. Falcor. I am long doggy. Stretching it
I have
out.
enough food for today.
I don't want to leave the house to get more wet. Don't go smoking anything that you've already decided is not.
No. I have enough.
Right.
I do have enough for today. I really don't have to go like right.
Where were you gonna go?
I just assumed probably back to cultivate, and I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it.
See, I would think you would be into looking it up and seeing what you wanted.
I would be if dispensaries put the proper information on their websites. Very few of them actually list the terpene profiles. It's becoming more. It used to be a lot less.
Yeah.
There are a lot more sites that do list them, but I don't. Now there's just so many dispensaries too. It's like it's a pain in the ass kind of.
Why don't you just frequent the ones that list the terpene profile?
That's what I do.
Does Cultivate list it?
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you look on their website?
I have. I know what they have.
Oh, that's where this conversation started, darling.
You said where were you gonna go, and I said probably just back up to Cultivate.
And then I said, so why don't you just look and see if they?
I already know what I was gonna get at Cultivate.
Okay. A lot of extra steps in here.
Because you complicated that. So
I complicated it. You said probably just up to blah blah, and that's what prompted the. Do you know what you're gonna get?
But you didn't. You never said. Do you know what you're gonna get?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I can't wait to hear that on the playback because I did not hear you say. Do you?
Okay.
Do you know what you're gonna get?
I'll literally set a marker for it. Cut it out. Now you've become a TikTok. Marker Q wrong. There you go. There's the marker right there, officially. Can literally edit it out.
You're an asshole.
Well, fuck with me.
It's broken.
It's broken. I would love to.
Unlock the door.
I would love to. That was my favorite. I would love to.
I was really mad too.
You were big mad.
I was big mad.
The look on your face. I was
Fucker is doing it again.
I was so happy when you didn't realize you had the keys in your pocket. Because right when we were walking into the store, I was like, lock the car, and you're like, I got the keys. I know I got the keys. You were.
I know.
We get back out to the car.
Relive the moment.
Oh, it's such a good moment, though.
Jesus.
You're just over there, Buckner, walking back into Shea, defeated. After it's broken. Where's my phone? I gotta charge my phone. Ding! Puts down phone, turns head. Did I leave my phone inside?
No, it wasn't that quick.
It was.
There was a little bit more time.
We made it from me backing out to halfway.
To we were turning the corner. We were turning right here.
I was gonna give you more credit, but you're right. We were about 30 feet away.
We were it's not 30 feet. There's more feet than that there. Maybe 45.
Either way, it was about 8 seconds.
Are you kidding? You drove so slow. It was definitely more than 8 seconds.
Oh, no, it's okay. Now it's a me thing, of course.
It's all you, and it will always be you.
It's just fucking hilarious. Seems like a pretty good one to bet.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
You know what you're talking about.
A little bit. get my wet.
You know what?
I always harass me because of my lumps. I'll just want my lumps.
What? What?
That's the one from Adventure Time, the cloud.
I know, but I'm just saying, why?
That's what she always says.
When did I all of a sudden become her now?
Because you sound like that when you say, I gotta go get my wet.
I didn't sound like...
It's the same energy.
You're not.
No, we're not. No, take my lumps and go home. I just want my lumps. It's one of the best characters in cartoons in a long time. A lot of dog leading going on. There it is. I just heard it. You're absolutely wrong.
You said, do you know what you're going to get?
Yes. That's where it started. Where you said, I don't need to get this, blah, blah, blah. And you were like, well, do you know what you're going to get? And you were like, well, the problem is most places don't list their terpene files. And then I went, well, why don't you just frequent the ones that do?
I didn't hear the, do you know what you're going to get?
I'm hearing this back, and I'm like, this is such a TikTok. This is perfect.
I thought I heard you say. So what I heard was.
What you made up in your head that I said was.
I heard you say, what dispensary are you going to? And then I said, probably just Cultivate.
No.
And
right, but then I said, do you know what you're going to get?
I see, and I didn't hear that.
Yeah. It's funny, because that's the part where you responded to. Well, the problem is most places don't list their terpene profile.
That's hilarious. Oh, there go the tweezers. Damn it. I just went through all this book and myself with a fucking pair of scissors. Tweezers were sitting right there.
It's kind of a weird turn card. There's a lot of 8-9s out there.
Pictures of our wedding keep coming up on my phone.
Ugh.
Agreed.
I think I got away from the exact draw there. The 9-10.
It's kind of creepy how long that hair was that I just pulled out of my calf.
I mean, is it creepy or is it just hair?
It was really long. And it wasn't like, it was barely poking out the skin, but it was definitely itching me enough.
That's why it was all long.
It's so crazy. It just hung out in there.
Just twisting and turning. This fucker hit the 5. I knew he didn't have the flush. What a fucking lucky shit. That's interesting.
Why are you breathing like that?
Huh?
You're breathing weird.
He's trying to yawn. That card sucks. We're gonna check. That is like the worst card. Okay. course he rivers it. Bets with a gut shot, calls the raise with a gut shot, hits one pair on the turn, picks up the draw. Could be drawing literally to a dead situation. Rivers. And it's just so unbelievably obvious that he's going to jam. It was only because Stu Baby called behind that I didn't lead out. Gave him the opportunity to hang himself, and he took it. And then the noose broke.
It's so funny, I was like, ooh, I think I kind of want to go out tonight. Oh, a broken seat. And then I was like, oh.
Outside.
No. Can't go out with Brooke right now.
Oh, yeah. Got a little 9-month hiatus on the fun. And you better not call her and say, oh, you know, I wanted to go out, but then I realized you're pregnant.
Well, that's what I told her today.
Well, that's not a really great thing to keep saying to your friend.
I didn't. It's not keep saying. It was the realization.
We're early in the pregnancy. I'm trying to head something off here.
I know.
By about the third time you say it, she's going to kill you.
It's only been. I realized it now. Can't call Rainer.
She probably needs a night out more than anybody.
She needs it, but she can't get it. So. And. I'm not really in the mood for my white friends. Let's turn up on a whole different level.
It's more of a wine tasting.
No, it's usually not a wine tasting. I'm talking about Katie and Ashley.
No.
What? Wine tasting?
Well, then it's a vagina tasting. What do you...
No. It's vodka and weed and shrooms and
just
maybe
too
a
much.
little Coke.
Too much going on.
No. Actually, truthfully with Katie, it's hit or miss. Like, she has two extremes.
I was going to say.
She has, like, old lady where she's in the house playing Scrabble with her Trulies. And
I think of her as an old lady.
But then she also has nights where she's like, I'm fucking quick order a rave. What? There is no...
She goes from, you know what, we should look that up. Because I don't think Quizzix fits in the spirit of the game. To, let's steal a car!
Right? And I'm just like, wait, I can't really do either of those extremes, honestly.
It's the kind of range a white girl can have.
Right.
So the world is their oyster.
I'm just like, oh day. And Ashley just lives too far. I would probably, like, if she lived closer, I'd probably just go over her house, honestly.
Where's she at?
She's out by where Kim used to live.
Oh, yeah. I keep thinking of that being Kim over there.
No, Kim's over here in Hintertucky now.
She's closer, but I don't know if she's much of a go-out.
Yeah. Hanging out at her and Craig's house will be a little lackluster right now. Plus her energy is a little...
Racist? Got it.
That wasn't what I was going to say. She's going through some shit right now, so her energy is a little bit much for me. I have to crystal the fuck up.
What?
I'm just... she is racist and I'm her token black friend, and it's hilarious. I will say, though, since knowing her, I've known her 5 years, going on 6. I have seen her be more open to things now.
So she would let him in the house at this point, you're saying?
Oh, no, not with that. No, I mean, obviously, she's always let him in the house. Jesus.
Somebody's got to fold sheets.
What I'm saying is her willingness to admit that she's got some things that she should work on and change, and then work on them. I've definitely seen that with her.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me continue to be a part of her life and her a part of mine, because I get to teach, each one teach one.
I mean, that's fine.
And then on top of that, when I'm in like my super white trashy mode, it's like her and her family are perfect.
I got my fill growing up in Florida.
Yeah, see, you got to be around that a lot. I was kept away from that.
It had to be. I didn't get to be in there. It's like saying, you got to go to prison. No. I'll be right back. I'm just going to pee.
I like black people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, from afar.
They weren't plansy white trash people.
Clan. What plan?
Huh?
With a K.
I know, I said clansy.
I used plansy, it sounded like. It's like you're over there like, what, they don't like planning things? They just like to be more spontaneous? What's the problem?
Oh, I wish those cookies were already baked.
I can't do more for you. Show up with a bucket of cookie dough, you kind of... the scooping. Or taking them out of a bag, literally breaking them apart. You don't even have to break them apart. Make a cookie stick. You don't even have to break them apart.
What happens if I bake the whole thing?
I think it blows up. I think it explodes. I'm pretty sure we get a nuclear
swear
bomb.
to God, I want to throw something at you right now.
I'm pretty sure. No, it doesn't, but it's definitely illegal. Get arrested.
You know what? I'm so super going to get balls to your thigh tonight. That's happening. You've earned it. I've been withholding.
I have earned a divorce.
No, you have not. You have not earned that yet.
My freedom.
Satisfaction. Oh. You don't really want a divorce from that?
Nah, I'll outlive you by 30 years. It's fine.
It costs too much to divorce me now.
We
don't have the money to afford a divorce.
We could do it in the fine tradition of your people.
No,
We
stop
could just
it.
go out for a pack of smokes.
No. You stop. That, you're being, no.
Observant?
No. You're being rude. Look, I think I'm gonna get an ingrown toenail.
Well, that's exciting. You said it like you were going to Disneyland.
No, it was with concern. My toenails have never grown that way before, but I think wearing the Vans, maybe?
No, that's possible. I
remember when I went to Kim last time, she was like working on it because she was like, yeah, that's going to wind up being a problem maybe because of your shoes.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I used to wear the Magnum steel-toed boots, and I would get I realized that after a while, after my feet fucking grew up, couldn't wear them anymore because you end up with a fucking ingrown toenail. Shit fucking hurts.
Yeah.
You basically have to have it cut with a scalpel. I mean, it's like...
I know. You're telling me how to handle them. I know how to handle them. I went to school.
Well, I had to go to a podiatrist.
Well, I know, but they still taught us. What happens?
If you get one there, you'd have to do the procedure.
No, we can't do the procedure. They told us.
Okay, so what the fuck?
Because we have to watch the video about what they actually need to have done, so that why we don't touch it. You know.
They can't just tell you no.
I mean, they could tell some of us no, but there were a lot.
The others, they just gave instructions on how to make an extra 200. The fuck are they doing?
They probably did.
I mean, I seen a video, girl. It's okay. Let me get the YouTube going. That shit's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's just probably gonna happen. Probably already happened.
It's such a bad idea.
It's a very bad idea.
As soon as they tell me you gotta go to a doctor, then somebody's gonna get $100 out of that and fuck up somebody's toe.
I want to pick him up so much.
Sergeant. He looks so disoriented. He's so out of it.
Yeah, he was still asleep.
Yeah, he's like a little kid getting woken up. Do, 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 do. Limp smallest raise ever. I think I'm going to go ahead and raise this one. I've gotten donked into a few times here. I mean, this should just always be kings or aces. Yeah, that's what I thought. No donking there, Canada. Yeah, see this? Pocket eights. Queen Jack? How the fuck? How do you think that's good, sir? That's always aces right there. What? Queen Jack. Gut shot. Hits top pair. Hilarious.
Holy shit, this cowlick on Sergeant? I may have started that. I
How
just
so?
realized, because I always sit and rub my hands.
I don't think that.
I mean, I've been doing it for years.
Would that really cause a cowlick?
I mean, it could affect the direction in which his hair grows. I do it so often.
Bullshit. He has such a look on his face. I can't just be unique.
You need help. I'm trying to help you.
He's like, stop helping me or I'll bite you.
There you go. He was such a potato he couldn't turn.
Has no bones. It has no bones. I yawn in your face. A ridiculous animal. We had a whole bunch of games going. What the fuck? Everybody went to dinner. Dun, dun. Same guy. I think it's bullshit, but this player behind I really can't call. This player just tends to bet when checked too. It's alright. Yeah. Why not? Oh, I see another table coming back up, but not quite yet. Now I get to see a showdown hand. Interesting. I feel like he wanted to lead there. Nope. Jack. For good? Ah. Okay, there's another table. Well, I guess we sit here because I was going to sit there, but somebody took the seat.
There's a package at the hub.
Oh, that's probably his muzzle. The dragon call. I will take one more shot. Calls. Don't really have a bluff now, but I don't know if an 8 can bet. Congratulations. You check called with a king. Ugh. Interesting. Reading those notes. Varying his bet sizes. I think this is a draw. Oh, it's funny. My note was either it's a draw or a monster when he's betting under pot. 2 pairs pretty good. Okay.
Looks like the flamingo just may have been sold.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, it was just a rumor at first now, but now it's...
Well, it came out on Poker News.
Ow, my nipples hurt. You know.
Because, you know, the World Series is going to be at fucking Bally's next year, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking insane. And you know who they have hosting? I just had his name. The tall guy, Wedding Crashers. Vince Vaughn.
Ooh, yay!
He might actually bring some life back to it. I mean,
I like him.
everybody likes Vince Vaughn.
Southwest Airlines is bringing back alcoholic beverages on flights this
That's a great idea on Southwest specifically.
Right.
What the fuck? Fucking why?
All the other airlines have that.
Do they?
Yeah.
Did they get rid of it? Didn't they? Well,
They got rid of it in 2020.
because of problems, or
I don't know.
I mean, I can't imagine it was for budget because it's got to be a huge moneymaker. Player's pretty tight. I would 3-bet this sometimes, but not against players who've only seen showdown aces and kings, and very obviously have ace king in good scenarios. I think we can take the initiative and bet here. Don't have to go too crazy. I'm just basically representing a king. When this player calls, it's kind of meh. Can have a lot of club combos. There it is. Zero surprise if he has 2 kings in his hand. I think if one player calls, I want to call this one. Yeah, that's fine. What the hell was that?
My mom just called to see if I just called her.
She can't look at the missed calls or something?
She's in her 60s. I don't ask
Okay.
questions when I get calls like that.
It's probably smart.
I'm sucking my nipples, bro. That's like you go right to it. It's Jersey night at the studios.
The fuck does that mean?
You get to wear football jerseys.
Oh,
or
I was
basketball
I
jerseys.
thought about like New Jersey. I was like, what?
Lord.
I was like, I really thought that's what you meant. That's a whole other kind of party.
Whole other kind of party.
Just they watch old episodes of Jersey Shore. Everybody's dressed up like Snooki. God, remember when that shit was fucking popular as fuck? Everybody watched that shit. like the trash Kardashians. Hey, Grandma, you want to turn those notifications down?
I don't know why that's so loud.
Look.
He's moving.
Yeah, he's having a little run in his sleep.
Oh, I forgot our airport's called Harry Reid now.
Yeah, they changed it. Harry Reid sounds like what a redneck calls his dick. A min raise in first. A relays. Started out so good. Guess it doesn't matter what flops. They probably just had like a pair. Who the fuck is Harry Reid again?
He was a senator here.
Really?
Yeah.
It's very un-Vegas-like to name it after a senator. Like every other road is like some famous, D. Martin or fucking, I don't know, there's like a million of them. I mean, I'm not overly fearful on this one. I think I get called by, Queen Jack and King 10 a lot. King 10 for sure, but betting the river on that one, I think King 10 is optimal. My man had Ace King and limped it.
Whoa. I really miss the Vegas of the 90s.
I miss the Vegas of 2018.
No, but like the 90s when I look at like the old hotels and
yeah.
It was such a thing for me as a kid because we would come out here all the time. Like as a kid, I would come out here with my grandparents or whatever in the 90s and stay at the older hotels. And
you mean like downtown or?
Huh?
You mean like downtown or what do you mean?
Well, no, just like hotels like the Sands. And
oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Those hotels. So it's just mostly we stayed at Circus though, to be honest.
Yeah.
That was my grandma's favorite,
but it was much nicer then.
Like we would stay at like the Mirage a couple times and Treasure Island, and, or even just come down to the state line and we'd go to Whiskey Pete's and.
Sahara was cool. I liked Sahara.
We never stayed at the Sahara.
I never stayed there, but
it was a very cool hotel.
Yeah. I mean, in 05 when I got here, I used to walk from my place down to the Sahara, which was a really long walk. It was probably pretty fucking stupid now that I think back on it. Well, because I was going there to play poker, so I'd have a good chunk of money on me. And I stayed on the Strip. It's not like, I would immediately cross the street and be on that side of the Strip. And then a couple times did well in their tournament and was walking home like, one time I actually put the money in my shoe because it was like $800, and I was like, if I get robbed, I can't pay rent. Although the funny part is, it only got more dangerous when I got closer to my place. I was probably safe as fuck walking out there, but my neighbors saw me limping to one side. They may be like, Josh did good this week.
Here's an old picture of Fremont in Maine, the corner, from 1928.
Oh, well, it was a lot of dirt road out there then.
And there's a sign that says hotel, and it was the first neon sign in Las Vegas.
That's crazy.
And the greatest thing is, there's a black man walking across the street in this photo.
I mean, it kind of depends on why he's crossing the street.
I mean, honestly, you look. Nope, there goes the cops.
There it is. There it is. You look close enough.
Yep.
They didn't let Sammy Davis Jr. in the fucking front entrance. I don't know if.
Look at the old cars.
Yeah.
This random dog in the. Oh no, I think that's a hole in the picture. It looks like a dog.
That's weird. Everybody walking around. Let's go do some gambling, kids.
This is really cool.
Listen here, Jackson. You got to take yourself across the street. Get me some lucky strikes. The only thing I knew about growing up with Vegas was just the movies. You know, all the older stuff, you know, the Rat Pack and shit.
Yeah.
And when I got older, it would be like 4 or 5 years of watching like the Travel Channel's Vegas stuff before actually just like getting to that point where I'm like, what am I going to do now? I'm trained as a poker dealer and I ended my relationship and I got nowhere to go and I'm at my parents' house. Fuck it. Let's go to Vegas. I used to always say too, I never wanted to go to Vegas because I felt like I would end up dead in a ditch somewhere because I had no impulse control. But I guess I got old enough that I wasn't afraid of it anymore. Because everybody used to talk about it. You know, Scott would go out there a few times a year.
So different how we grew up sometimes.
It was very different how we grew up.
I enjoyed Vegas coming here as a kid. Such fun memories. And that's why, like, now I'm just like...
And think about how...
Really
think about how not kid-friendly Vegas was back then.
Well, see,
and you still had a good time.
That was the thing, though. Like, around that time, they were starting to make it more kid-friendly. That's when the kid arcades started popping out.
Yeah, and you were at Circus, yeah.
Yeah. You know, Circus was always kid-friendly. But then, like, we started staying at the Mirage and Treasure Island because they had activities and better arcades and...
pools. And
and stuff like that. So... that's the 90s is kind of when it was like, okay, we're gonna start switching towards the kids stuff, and then they decided, okay, shut this shit down. That lasted for like 10 years. And then they were like, nope.
Well, now it's super kid friendly.
No, the strip is so not kid friendly.
Well, now 2019 it was.
No, it wasn't.
What are you talking about?
The strip has not been kid friendly since I left MGM. They started closing down all the arcades. The Excalibur is the only one that has the arcade of the MGM properties anyway. They started getting rid of it and opening up nightclubs and bars and taking it back to 21 and over. And while I was at MGM, a lot of the supervisor calls that I would take would be because people had their kids here and there was nothing for them to do.
So I always feel like you always saw... Well, I mean, maybe people don't realize.
That was the thing. People didn't realize that it has switched over. And they weren't catering to kids anymore. So, and now, like, they're taking, like, little free activities away, like the volcano and stuff. That's geared towards kids. They don't want kids in Vegas.
I think it's kind of a spectacle thing.
Yeah,
it's not really.
Watches it anymore,
well, that's the thing. It's just old.
But yeah, no. When they started shutting the arcades in the hotels.
I mean, those arcades were just gambling prep. I mean, it's just like
started becoming comedy clubs. And
yeah.
Stuff like that. It was like, okay, because we closed our arcade. Our arcade, Brad Garrett's Comedy Club, used to be where our arcade was.
That's absolutely right.
And I remember when they closed our arcade. MGM Grand used to be all kids stuff. It had the fucking Wizard of Oz. It had a fucking amusement park.
Yeah. I had seen it on the Travel Channel.
I had been to the fucking amusement park.
That's so funny.
I actually was really, 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 really terrified of the Tin Man. We had this one experience. We were in the amusement park at night. Anyway.
Tin Man?
Dude, it was the creepiest Tin Man ever. And we kind of like got chased by the characters at night after we got off the log ride.
What?
It was not okay. Like, they were just following
Since when is The Wizard of Oz a horror fucking thing?
Bro, they were... It takes you... You'll have to ask Yaisa about that. Because she was with us. She took us to the amusement park. That was the thing. Yaisa, they would always send Yaisa with us. And Yaisa technically would be babysitting us. You know what I mean? But she's only 7 years older than us. So... we was having a lot of fun. But yeah,
that 3 may have killed my action here.
The amusement park and the arcades. I said, fuck kids.
I mean,
and shit here.
You know what it is because I think the shift came because originally the idea was, well, if parents have somewhere to bring their kids and take their kids, they'll come. But then they realized that people weren't doing what they used to do, which was separate from their kids. Mm-hmm. You know?
They put the Kids Quest things inside the local hotels because that works for locals. Locals will go and take their kids to Kids Quest and go and gamble. But people coming into town...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. It was quite a frustrating part of my job towards the end there because so many people will come and not have looked at things recently. I think things were still going to be open. I mean, remember when they closed the fucking lion habitat? That was a whole fucking debacle.
That sucked.
That was a kid attraction.
Didn't they still have like a viewing thing, like, or did they completely take them off property?
No, they completely took them off property.
That's crazy.
They live over there by
the M. Yeah.
They shut that shit down with quickness.
I was glad I was able to see it, but
Treasure Island,
that thing had the fucking.
That show used to be towards kids. It was all piratey and fun. And
I walked by it. I walked by it every night until it closed. From the time I got here, I would see that thing usually twice a day, depending on what time I came on. I still remember it. Man, that really looks dangerous. And then the girl fucking twists her leg around. Yep, guess it was dangerous.
Do you remember when Planet Hollywood used to be the Aladdin Hotel?
Oh yeah.
I walked around in there. I remember coming to Vegas before the Bellagio was built.
That's crazy.
Like, I remember the Bellagio opening and it being like a big deal.
It was a big deal. Still a big deal.
That's how crazy it is.
That's the one hotel that I can't imagine it falls into, like, out of favor and falls into disrepair and, like, gets shut down like, you know, like any other room. But I'm sure people said that about the Mirage and, you know, Flamingo at one point. But Bellagio is just so fucking unbelievable. It's always been my favorite hotel. And I haven't even been there that much.
I was going to say, we never even go there.
No, I mean, but I'd been a few times when I first got here. I mean, you know, it's the old line is, you know, the Mirage was the poker center of the universe, but it's actually the Bellagio is what it always was. And I've never even played in that room just because I never got the opportunity.
Is there a room back open?
I don't think they ever closed their poker room. Poker's serious business over there. Bobby Baldwin ain't gonna allow that shit to close. This is kind of weird. I'm 50-50 on whether or not the jack is good here, but I don't think I want to fold it. This can be a king, but I mean, it's such a small bet. Like, am I supposed to bluff catch here because he can have like queen jack? He did have a king. So what the fuck are you betting? You just betting the flush draw? Like, what did you call with? Queens? Whoa. And he overcalled them. That's bad, bro. That's some awful bets right there.
Bro, I'm seeing the commercial from when they opened up New York, the hotel.
Oh, God.
In 97.
I've seen that commercial. That was one of the ones on there was the guy, there's like a guy in a white shirt at one point, and he does like a stereotypical New York accent. If it's the commercial I'm thinking of. There's also a guy in a blue rayon shirt who looks like a total gork in that fucking commercial. It's just like, fun for the whole family. Which one are you looking at?
Something. I follow Vintage Las Vegas on Twitter. Sometimes
That's crazy. Vintage. I had graduated high school by a year. Vintage.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, they show everything from like the 20s. They just showed something from like 2015 too. You know what I mean?
Okay, now we're stretching the term. You got at least 10 years for vintage. Yeah, the strip shows, those were awesome. There was a lot of places that did shit. Like the Sahara had stuff. They had their display out front.
Bro, the front of Caesars used to look so nice.
It did. I remember seeing that shit in, what was that movie? Fucking the retard. Rain Man. That was where they drove the car. What? That's what you called them back then. I was sticking with the times. It was a fantastic performance, and that man was a retard. That ace sucks. It might really kill my action. Guess not. There's just no point in raising. You gotta have two pair, right? He actually made the straight. That's why there's no reason to raise, is because he's not going to fold. That's fine. Like, that's the thing. If he's betting that, if I jam, he's just never going to fold. So, but if he's bluffing, we want to let him keep bluffing. And my notes on him showed how he 4-bet barreled off with 10s versus me pre-flop. So when a guy bluffs, you want to let him keep bluffing. So, and he's betting all rivers that way. Why are you betting so crazy? Okay. Did I make the straight too? I'll min raise you if you're going to min bet. It's 14 on that pot. That's annoying. But he's never folding, so there's no point in raising. both made the shitty straight. I think that's one to give up. Gut shot, straight flush. I think we can check the ace queen. Definitely think we can call that, and believe it or not, we can float here. Now we're probably going to check jam, because this guy's never not betting. If you got it beat, you got it beat, bro. Ooh, he free rolled it. I don't want to fold that. Yeah. Oh, had every out in the world. 12 outs, and I'll bet you if the straight comes off, I fucking bust him. I don't know about the flush. Yeah, I'll play one more round here. That's annoying. Check. Yeah. I don't know why you're betting, but thanks for the few blinds there. Can't fold to this guy, so... Oh, nice. It's a good pressure spot because this player, we're never going to fold for that much, so it's kind of known that our hand's going to showdown, so the player behind kind of has to give up quickly. Like, he can't take one off on the flop because he should know that we're just going to bet. Got an ace-9 like 8 times tonight. Doing okay with it, but still. Weird. Oh, outkicked. This guy might try it again. If Disco gets out of the way, which he rarely does, I can probably check raise here. Or raise. Yeah. Well, I'm still going to go for it. Ill-advised with the other player in the pot. But... well, money's going in. He's not folding. Just river the nizzy. I hate that I had to show it down. Like, that's how bad this player plays. He had 12 outs and went for it. So we see a limp. I raise. This player jams. Disco is behind. Yeah, I'm going to try to take the race, although I don't think Disco is going to fold very often. All right, cool. Hold, please. The ace-10's hilarious. Bang! Thanks, short stacks. I'll take your money, and 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 your money. Thank you. Everybody reload for $4. That'll make you a threat. Hey, good job. The ace-10 jam is hilarious. Oop, even number. Like, and if you're short stacking, that's the other thing too. If you're short stack, like this player only buys in for $4 and he just short stacks the whole time. And I've never seen him take $1 off the table. It's hilarious. But if you're gonna short stack like that and you get the ace king, somebody raised, just fucking jam the money in. Like, if you're never gonna fold anyway, like, what are you, like, you have a low stack to pot ratio, but this player doesn't understand that concept. Yeah. Make it 6. full pot bet. Definitely don't like it for a full pot bet. I guess this table's okay. Gonna bet. Take it down. Ooh, hey buddy. Player leads on a limped pot. I can call that. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's better. I'm just going to call. I think a lot of times this is king, queen, queen, jack, 10, queen. 9 is awesome. Thanks for that. Way to go. Zero doubt in my mind. And that's the thing, is he's blocker betting, but it's another one of those ones where we just have to let the river come off, let him check, and then just bet the tits out of it, and watch him just call off with one pair. Like, there's just no... Like, that's one what I would go like 150% pot on the river if he had missed and checked. Because he's going to have a king a super amount of the time. And he's going to think that we're bluffing like that because we missed the queen as well. And when he has a pair, and we both have a queen, and he has the king... You know, he wins. But this is kind of interesting. I'm going to go ahead and bet again.
No.
Well, I'm going to mute guys. Sorry, dogs were barking. Had to mute for a second. Shut up!
Hey.
Nobody's here to hear you.
No. Leave it.
My God. Little 17-pound last word freak. I said bark. Ugh. Sergeant, Jesus, a fucking Rhodesian.
He does not like Versace.
I don't blame him. I'm not a big fan of his owner. So, Choochie, 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 come back, Chooch, Choochie. Look at him, all burly. He's all pumped up. I just wondered, does the guy fucking just stand there? It's so annoying. Thank you, babe. I don't mind this on the button.
Hey, little shit. Both. Stop it. Tired. Get the fuck out that window. Tired of you rubbing on me.
Oh, the guy's got his dog off the leash. That's what's going on. Well, it's been 2 hours. I gotta get something to eat. Up a couple bucks, no big deal. But yeah.
Want to finish the rest of this sweet potato?
Just, fucking fuck out of here. Fuck are you doing? I'm wrapping this shit up and you're over here with a mash of potatoes in your fucking hand. Jesus Christ. Alright. I'll see you guys later. I might be back with this or something else. I'll see you in a bit.